The Brothers Be Bettin podcast for 517. We'll be right back. Hey yo, I said, brothers be betting, getting bread, never be sweating, hitting parlays as I claim the fame. Your other cappers out there straight up lames. FanDuel or DK don't matter to us. The info we giving always a plus. Your boy sitting Tim on the money grind. On with the show, it's money time. Good morning, good evening, or whenever you're watching this podcast. I'm your co-host, Sid the Kid.
Your boy Timbo, what's going on?
Nothing much. Another day, another dollar. Hey guys, before we begin, always remember, like and subscribe, do all that good stuff. We on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. All right?
Yeah.
And Instagram. I forgot Instagram.
Tell all your friends, have them tell their friends. Keep it moving.
That's it. How's your week going there, sir?
It needs to be Friday. Yeah.
That's it. That's fine. That's fine. That's totally fine. That's all we got. All right. It's my birthday this weekend. 5/20.
There you go. Happy birthday in advance, brother.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. And it's gonna fucking rain.
Yeah. Ain't that some shit?
The one day I don't need it to rain, it's gonna rain, bro. Like you can't make that shit up.
This weather is crazy. Like, I think today the high was like 65. It's fucking May. It is May. But here we are.
I have a freeze alert. I got a freeze alert on my phone saying that it's gonna be freezing tomorrow between now and tomorrow morning. I'm like, what? Once again, it's May. Why?
Make this make sense. You can't.
God.
On the bright side.
On the bright side, let's try to make some money. We did a 4-leg parlay. We got, even though the Lakers almost came back and won. I actually had put $10 down to see if they would win. They almost did. It was like a 5 or 6 point game. For what it was, I mean, look, you ain't beating the Denver Nuggets when fucking what's this guy's name? When Jokic is getting 12 boards in the first quarter. In the first quarter, some guys take an entire game to get that, if that. This guy got it in the first quarter.
Dude, that shit was crazy. He had like some people's successful stat lines across the board in the first quarter.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a fun series because like AD didn't back down. He had a 40-point game, which in itself is crazy. Mm-hmm. The battle of the bigs. I feel like the Lakers split and get out of Denver, and they'll ultimately. I think they'll take the series, which brings you to the 4-leg there. We did the series for NBA and NHL since they're they're on schedule with each other.
And also, that's the only 2 sports we care about at this point because fuck baseball. Baseball is whack right now.
I checked the AL East standings before the pod. The Yankees are still 7.5 games back, but it's also May. So I don't. If they're still 7.5 back in like July, then something to talk about. Until then, not interested.
I mean, but the Mets are not doing any better. The Mets are not doing any better. I think last year's team was way better. All we did was we spent more money and got older.
It's a shame. The Yankees locked up Judge, which was, that cornerstone of your franchise. I get it, but improvements everywhere else were at a minimum, if there was any. And here we are.
Here we are.
It's a long season though, so they'll figure it out. But back to this parlay because this is what's happening now.
Right.
I I can't believe everybody is giving the Heat like no chance to win this series. Like Boston, realistically, Boston shouldn't have got out of Game 6.
No, they should have lost.
They really shouldn't be in the series.
We will talk about that after we finish our. We listen. No, I know you want to say what you want to say, and I am going to agree with you.
Oh no,
and
we can
disagree.
we can
we
move
gonna
on
get into
after
that.
that.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that. But let's before we dive right into that, let's finish up with this. We got the Hurricanes and also the Vegas Golden Knights winning their series. $10 will get you $335.
Yeah. The exact games, I ain't got that in me. But yeah, those are the series, and I think those all play out the way that we want them to.
Right.
Tonight's game. Let's hit tonight's game before it starts.
Tonight's game, we got Butler doing 6 rebounds, Tatum with over 4.5 assists, Horford with 4.5 rebounds, Smart with 11.5 points, Bam Bam with 17.5, and Tatum with 2 3-pointers. That is a 875 plus 875. $10 will get you 97.53. I also did some outlandish shit earlier. I don't even know how much legs it are. I don't even care. I just said fuck it. One of them is gonna pay 1,000. The other one's gonna pay $762. I guarantee you I'm gonna miss by one, and I'm gonna cry tomorrow morning.
I mean, because we looked at that one earlier. The one thing you took off, like that 700 is a lot more realistic than I think it was Kyle Lowry with like 6 assists.
4
like
assists.
He's not 4 assists, and he's not starting. I don't know, man. It's asking a lot. But
and the funny thing is, when I took him off, it went from 990 to 775 20. So that tells you right there, like, damn, that's like a long shot.
Yeah, they have no faith in Kyle Lowry getting 4 assists. He gets 4 assists if their starting point guard gets hurt or the game goes into overtime. Those are the only 2 ways. And that's not to say that, like, you know, he's washed or anything like that. It's just, bro, he is not Toronto Raptors Kyle Lowry anymore.
Yeah,
like he's not starting. Like, and it's good for him because, you know, I feel like that's extending his career, honestly. But I just don't see him getting those assists as a non-starter.
I mean, they got him. They got this shit. Almost 10,000 people are betting this bet. Like, people must be feeling this one. Like, should we just throw a 10? Should we just throw a 10 at it and see what happens? I mean, we know it might not happen, but like, yo, if 9,000 people are doing it, we should just hop on the bandwagon.
I guess, yeah. I mean,
I'm telling you,
you only live once, and if that hits, more power to it.
I hope it hits. That'd be great. But if not, it's all good.
It's a hard ask.
It's a lot to ask, but you know what? If it hits, it hits. Fuck it.
Straight happen.
So I think, I mean, we didn't bet this game obviously because I think Boston's gonna win, but the Heat might keep it close.
Also, the Heat are not coming off a Game 7. They took up the Knicks in 6. It hurt, but they got rest, and I feel like they steal this game, but that's just my opinion.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see in a few.
Boston don't look that great. Tatum
Boston
had a
shouldn't
great.
have won.
Yeah, they shouldn't be there. Doc Rivers and company. We just gonna leave it at and company.
Yeah, we're gonna get into
Fucked up.
now that we're finished with the betting stuff. We'll get into that.
How do you fuck that game 6 up? Like game 7, they lost, and it sucks, but they were deflated. Like after losing game 6, which I swear, like 1 or 2 coaching adjustments was all you needed, and you let Joel Embiid not touch the ball in the second half, which is absolutely crazy.
It's asinine. It's asinine.
Call timeout, run some set plays. You are, I mean, you were the coach, but demand like certain shit to happen. Like, no, he's our guy. We are going to put him in the post with the ball. And if we lose this game that way, you can live with that. Him not touching the ball at all and you losing the game, like that's crazy.
I mean, and to be fair, Tatum scored 50 points, but
that was game 7. Though. Game 6, Tatum scored like 2 in the first half. Yeah. Like, there's no reason. Like, y'all should have ran them out the gym. It should have been over right then and there.
So here's my opinion on that. All right,
go for it.
Game 7. That just comes down to who wants it more. I don't think that has really anything to do with it. Somewhat has to do with coaching, but a lot of it doesn't. That's just who wants to win more. So it is what it is. The reason I think Doc got fired is because, quite frankly, it shouldn't have went to a game 7 period. You had a 3-2 lead. And not only did you have a 3-2 lead, you got a 3-2 lead at home. At home. How do you fuck that up? That shit was a layup. As you said, Tatum had 2 points going into the half. How do you explain to me how that works?
Doc Rivers world, we just live in it, apparently. I saw a wild story the other day about like his championship Celtics team. And I'm sure this shit happens all the time and it's not really like super publicized. But one of the players literally came out and was like, he would call a play, like in the playoffs. They would huddle up after that and run something totally different, which worked. Not to say he can't get you to the playoffs, but I don't think he has it in him anymore to get over the hump. Like, he's going to be a good coach for a team that needs to, like, whip themselves in the playoff shape and, you know, good habits, good regular season habits, like changing the team's culture from, like, a losing, like, bottom of the playoff picture team to, like, we're going to the playoffs. Like, we expect to be in the playoffs type shit.
Right.
But after that, like, I don't think he's the guy anymore, like a playoff coach.
So with that being said, I think part of it too is it's what's his name? James Harden. Harden didn't want him there either. Harden didn't like him.
The Harden shit is weird because without him, you don't win game 1. And
or game 5.
Or game 5. Yeah. So, I mean, did they quit on him? I don't know if they quit on him, but, like, it feels like after they lost game 6, like, nobody was trying to go to Boston for that game 7.
So, yeah, I mean, I guess you can say that they did quit on him. They quit on him in game 7. If you think about it.
But where's your pride? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's some shit you win despite him, not like, oh, this is how we're going to get him fired. Like, you literally could have got swept in the conference finals, and not a soul would have cared, and he would have still had a job.
Yep.
Because you know what? You got out of the second round. And as a team that's supposed to be a title contender, like the second round ain't it. Like if you lose in the conference finals, some shit don't, hey, we got outplayed, or hey, we went to game 7 series and just were gassed and then we lost. Like those are different. I'm not saying that losing is acceptable, but like that's a lot easier to fucking digest as like a fan base, as like a player, as we ran out of gas. All right, it's life. Endurance, get back to it next year.
Right.
Y'all still didn't get out the second round. And like the 76ers have the talent to make the playoffs with anybody coaching. Like that's not the issue anymore. Like you've got the talent. Getting over the hump. And maybe it's just like they need a new voice. There are some teams that fire their head coach and then win a title like the next year. Or they like trade their best player and win the title like that year. Like, you know what I mean? Toronto was a wild situation. Right. DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry together were like a playoff team, consistent, like clockwork. Yep. They broke it up and boom, title. The Golden State shit sucks, but like the year after they got rid of Mark Jackson, they won. That's not to say that wasn't Mark Jackson's team. It was just a different voice in the locker room. And, I'm sure Kerr did things differently than Jackson would have. Mm-hmm. Either way, they won the title next year. Who knows? Maybe Doc was the transition coach that they needed to get to like expected winning. Yeah. I don't know who they bring in next though. Because like you can't downgrade.
It's hard.
You can't go get a coach that hasn't won shit. Like, why would you? You know what I mean? Like, why would you go get a Monty Williams? Like, he hasn't won a finals as a coach.
He's been to the playoff, or he went to the championship, but he hasn't won it.
Yeah, I mean, but Doc Rivers has won it, so like you literally are going backwards.
Yeah. They're talking about D'Antoni, but I'm like, why? Why the fuck would you put D'Antoni out of all people?
What has D'Antoni won lately? Ever.
Yeah, ever. He's an offensive coach. Look, I mean,
offense is the problem.
No, it's not. It's as you said, it's the voice. It comes down to the voice.
They should go snatch up. I'm gonna fuck up dude's last name.
Budenholzer.
No,
Budenholzer.
Who shouldn't have got fired?
No, because that wasn't his fault.
Like, he won a title. If you've won a title within the last 5 years, I feel like it should be a longer leash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were the 1 seed and they lost to the 8, and that shit's embarrassing. But like, their number one player. Yeah, like Giannis didn't play half the series, and all these other guys that were on that same championship roster didn't show the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Not to say Jimmy Butler's a bad player or anything like that, but if you look at the Bucks role player, like the Bucks starting lineup without Giannis versus Jimmy Butler and company, they still should have won that series. Yeah. So, I mean, but he's at least won a championship within the last 5 years. Okay. So, like, those are the only people that the Sixers should be talking to. But that's my opinion.
No, I got you.
Everyone's allowed.
I got you. On to the next topic. AKA Ja Wick Morant. This motherfucker here. I wish
All
I could
games,
say the
sir.
this N word here. Yo, son? Okay, all right, hold on.
I need you.
Before I get into my rant, because yo, oh my god, I've been waiting to do this shit all week. Okay, Tim, me and you grew up in the hood. Okay. Before we go, I don't know if this happened to you, but this happened to me. Um, my boys, which was really about that life, right? These dudes knew where I was going and knew what I was doing with my life, and they protected me from that. If they were gonna do some real dumb shit, they were like, "Yo, Sid, yo, fall back. Yo, we about to go do some shit or whatever."
Bro, like, and people leave you out of it. Like,
They leave you out of it because they know where they know you're going places. See, the misconception about hood dudes is that, oh, dudes is dumb and they don't know shit and they don't know what's going on and all that. They know exactly what the deal is. The problem is they also know that they're probably going to be stuck in their situation because of circumstance. It's not that they want to be in that situation, but sometimes that's just what life deals to them and they just adapt to it. Whether it be good or bad, they just adapt to it because they have to. They have to survive. They have to pay their rent. They gotta, they have kids. They gotta feed their kids. You gotta put a roof over their head. Moms is
hey,
probably struggling, single parent homes and all that shit. Like I grew up around that. Most of my friends had single parents. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was one of the lucky ones. You're one of the lucky ones that have both of your parents in your life. But a lot of people that we know, they don't.
didn't have that shit.
They didn't have that. They didn't have a stable home. This motherfucker had a stable home, lived in the burbs, went to private school, and you trying to be about that life? You ain't about that life. You don't know nothing about that hood life. You never had a fucking struggle a day in your fucking life. I grew up on the system. I grew
Bro,
up
like,
on the fucking system. You did not have to struggle a day in your fucking life, and you're giving up $200+ million because you want to be Billy Badass. Let me not say Joey, Billy Badass, and try to be on some like, oh, well, I want to wave a gun because I think I'm cool. You ain't fucking cool. You ain't fucking cool at all.
bro, and this is the second time in 3 months. Like, here's the fucked up thing. You already lost your endorsements. Like, nobody, obviously, that didn't mean much. You already
Evidently.
missed all BNBA, which cost you like 40 million in your contract.
Mm-hmm.
So those two things are already in play. So then you turn around and you're like, you know what? And like, what makes it even worse is you had all these people that went to bat for you. Like,
Yeah.
you don't get fucking prime time, television where they're like, let's hear your side of the story. Let's hear your apology.
No.
You get
Yo,
all
you're
this.
if
Like,
it
so
was
many
not
people went to bat for you. And then you
it,
turn around within 90 days and fuck that up. Like, come on, man.
and these are not some like and you're not a low profile dude. Why be look, you had Jalen Rose, you had Shannon Sharp, you had Stephen A. Smith, you had Colin. Everyone was back in your corner and just like, yo, he fucked. You had Adam Silver. You had the fucking. You had the
Commissioner, like, he's
You had the
young. Like,
commissioner of the fucking league in your corner, saying, "All right, you fucked up. You made a mistake. You said it won't happen again, and that's that." And then 90 days later, you fuck it up again. You're a fucking dumbass. You're a fucking dumbass, and whatever happens to you, you fucking deserve because you think you about that fucking life. You're gonna end up joining those motherfuckers on the bench. Not the bench. You're gonna turn into from a star to someone that's a paying fan to come to the game. And if that's what you want, yo, cool.
and that's crazy because, like, everyone's like, oh, well, you didn't break any laws. Like, fuck that. You still are working for a private company, bro. Like,
No.
all that shit aside, you still work for a company you don't own the fucking company. I'm sure there's clauses in your contract that they are about to fucking, that shit's about to go up in smoke.
Image is everything. This is okay. Yes, we curse on this podcast, but we don't drop the bomb because me and you both work for companies. What if someone from our company see us say that? What happens to us? Look at all the cancel culture out there. Look, there was a story just a couple of days ago. My wife just showed me because she works for Helping Hospitals, showing me that this lady, this white woman, was saying that a black dude was stealing her bike. Mind you, the bike was already paid for with his city bike account, and she's sitting there crying, saying, "Help me, help me. My unborn fetus is being attacked," and all this other nonsense. Mind you, she's being recorded. From what I understand, they're probably going to fire her. It's all about image. Yes, we know, just like marijuana. You're gonna go and smoke on live TV? You're going to smoke on live TV too? Excuse me.
His whole support system is fucking failing him. Here's the thing. He's young, and we all get that. And I imagine if there's a camera in my face at the age of 19, I'll probably do some dumb shit too. But you learn from your mistakes, and you also support system, man. Your pops is at all of your high profile games, running around. Where the fuck is he at? After your first fuck up. You know what I mean?
But he's treating him like his boy. That's your fucking father. Yo, you know what? It's his father's fault too. It's your father's fault. Because if I fuck up like that, I know my dad will smack me upside the head and what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck is wrong with you? You want to get this back for some dumb shit?
There wouldn't be a second time.
No.
Bro, go to the gym, work out, fucking do some, literally go the Derek Jeter route.
Anything else.
Go the Derek Jeter route. Live your life, but you know what? Hey, all phones off. I can't be around phones. Or whatever the case may be. Because when Jeter was being, running around New York, this motherfucker had a squeaky clean image for 20 years. Why? Because if you went to his house, this is what happened. You left your phone at the fucking front door, and it never left. That was it. But that's not practical anymore. That shit's not a thing anymore. But you just got to be smart and realize that you are a household name. You are literally the face of a franchise. You're one of the faces of the league. There is going to be cameras on you at all times. And I'm not saying it's fair. I'm not saying it's right. That's life for you, bro. Get it together. If nothing else, that or don't.
Or don't.
I don't have the energy to care if you don't care. And, for you to do this shit twice in less than 3 months, you really don't care. So fuck it. I wish you the best. Also, there are legitimately gang members that aren't happy with you. And they've taken the social media and made that shit known. You were really playing dumb games, and I really I really hope that somebody in your corner helps you figure this the fuck out before you win a dumb prize.
And that goes back to what I said in the beginning of this conversation. That goes back. Yo, you want to be Billy Badass until you meet Billy Badass. Yo, there are really dudes about that life that don't give a fuck whether they go to jail or not.
Yeah.
And if they blast you because you thought you was about that life and you wasn't, you can't blame no one but yourself. Because you can't sit there and say, yo, I was looking for, I wasn't looking for trouble. I was a good kid. I kept my nose clean. I was just at the wrong place at the wrong time. No, you're literally looking for dudes to check you. And if you get G checked, what are you going to do then? Because this dude, the dude that really has a gun and are really about that life, they don't give a fuck if they go to jail or not. They don't care. They ain't got no. They have no thought. They'll do everything in their power to fuck you up, and they won't have a second thought about it. You have your full life to live, and you want to throw it away because you think you gangster? You're not, motherfucker. Stop your bullshit. It might be too late. We'll see what happens next. We'll see what happens next year, but it might be too late. You might have already fucked up everything. And learn from dudes like Michael Vick. Michael Vick went to jail for 2 years for dogfighting, and that's my favorite quarterback of all time. I don't care what anybody says. Michael Vick went to jail for 2 years for dogfighting. And why? Because they wanted to make an example of him. We as black men, for whatever reason, do this to ourselves all the time. And Tim, if I'm wrong, please stop me. Please stop me and tell me that I'm wrong. Sid, you're acting like an idiot. What the fuck are you saying?
Nah, this dude, his support system is failing him heavy. Like, growing up as a kid, like, you always had, if not family members, you had people you knew, friends, whatever the case may be, around you in your circle that prevented you from doing dumb shit. So did I. Like, I don't know where that is coming from or where it should be coming from for this dude, but like, it's either he's not listening or no one's fucking telling him, because
they're telling him and he don't care.
Yeah, it's either not listening or like they're just not. After the first incident, bro, like, all right, you fucked up. We get it.
Shit happens.
You should just keep clean keep your nose clean, bro. Stop. You can't run in the same circles that you used to run in. And your life is fucking different, bro. Like, you literally are worth what people would get. People would give up everything they have to be in your shoes, and you out here.
I sure as hell will.
Listen, man.
In a heartbeat. In a heartbeat.
You have talent, and talent's not always what gets you to the league. You've had the ability to fucking, put that talent to use and, get drafted and go through all that. And now you want to fuck it up? Do better, man. Do better.
Sorry, I got a little heated, but like I said,
this shit is crazy.
We do this shit to ourselves all the time, and for what? For a fucking
I saw that shit on Sunday.
I
saw that shit on Sunday, and I was just like, really? You just out here making us all look bad? Like, what the fuck is wrong? Whatever, man.
What the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
I can't. He doesn't care. I don't care anymore. I wish him the best, and hopefully somebody puts him on the right path. And no one said you got to be perfect, but you got to work twice as hard to fucking be half as good image-wise in this world, and you out here just making it easy for them.
Yep, but making it easy for them to make us a target, and you are part of the problem, sir. Like, you are part of the problem. Stop your shit. It's clown-like
behavior. Clown-like behavior. Like, bro, if you really enjoy guns and whatever, and that's your hobby, and now that you can afford them, cool. Go to a fucking range, dog. Go hunting. Like, responsibly carry a gun. Because I know people with guns, and no one, like, that shit is crazy. No one's out there flashing guns. Like, it's a concealed carry permit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I got nothing, man. It's just the dumbest shit I've seen all week.
And it fucking angers me, bro.
Listen.
All right.
We could go at this for like hours, but like it's not worth our time because he doesn't care. So neither should we.
Neither should we. Neither should we. And honestly, on that note, I really there's not much out there else as far as sports are concerned. Mets suck, Yankees suck. That's about it. Actually, outside of that, shit.
Like I don't even know who did not like less in this fucking Eastern Conference series. So go Western Conference.
Exactly.
And hockey's on Thursday. Go Hurricanes.
Yay.
I have nothing else. I have nothing else for today.
Nah, me neither. I mean, half of that was literally all about fucking John Morant, bro.
Yeah, just making all of us look bad. But whatever. Like
whatever.
I don't. Nope. I'm not even starting.
No, we can't do it again. We'll be here for another hour.
I got other things to do with my time and my life. I can do something productive. I can watch a game. I can read a book. I could play a game.
Something you should do. Shit. Fucking job. Dumbass. Hey,
wasn't running around purchasing pistols and shit. Your team might still be in the playoffs, but whatever. Focus on your crafts. Get better. Get your life together.
That's it.
And that's it.
That's it. Guys, like and subscribe once again. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. You already know what it is. Thanks for tuning in. I'm your co-host, Sid the Kid.
Your boy Timbo. Take it easy.
Later, y'all. Be safe out there. Hey yo, I said, brothers be betting, getting bread, never be sweating, hitting parlays as I claim the fame. Your other cappers out there straight up lames. FanDuel or DK don't matter to us. The info we giving always a plus. Your boy Sid and Tim on the money grind. On with the show, it's money time.